Good morning, everyone. It's Libby from maighstirtarot. So welcome to today's reading. As promised a couple of days ago, I want to have a look at Crimea, which is proving to be a bit of a somewhat of a player in what's happening with Ukraine and also with the Soviet Union. So very quick history of Crimea. Following World War II in 1954, Crimea became part of the Soviet Ukraine. When the Soviet collapse happened in 1991, the breakup of the USSR, Crimea elected to stay with Ukraine and become a satellite, almost a satellite, or a joint country, the country of Ukraine, Crimea. Now, please, if I get any of this wrong, please let me know, because I love to be educated, and this is just what I have read from a Western media, Western social media point of view. Now, what happened in 2014 is that Crimea was annexed from Ukraine by Russia in what was called a bloodless coup. I cannot remember the name of the leader, but he basically just handed Crimea over to Russia. He is a dictator leader. He is very close to, very much like the Belarusian leader, he is very close to Putin. So what happened is Ukraine, as Ukraine was moving further towards the West, not physically but socially, Russia then sent in unbadged armed soldiers. So basically they had guards move into checkpoints throughout Crimea that were acting very soldierly and wearing no insignia. So it's never been admitted that they were Ukrainian soldiers, but it is highly speculated that they were. Putin still denies that these so-called guards were Russian soldiers. However, they were, these particular guards were awarded some medal of some sort from Putin himself. There was then a bogus election. It was supposed to be a democratic election held to vote as to whether Crimea wanted to become part of Russia or not. Despite media Russian media reports, the international oversight committees and those that look into fair elections, fair democratic elections being held around the world, they report that less than 40% of the populace of voting populace of Crimea turned out, and that only 20%, half of those, so 20% of all the voting populace voted to become part of Russia. So that's 1/5 of voted. Russia was saying 80% or 90% or whatever voted to become part of Russia, but that is very dubious, as reported by the international oversight committee peoples, not quite sure what they're called. As those that know me, I read enough to know what questions to ask. I do not go deeply into reading about a particular topic because I don't want it to influence what the cards tell me. So please, if I get any of this wrong, let me know, because I do want to know what the truth is. Now, what's happening is Crimea is being propped up by Russian monies. It is being funded by Russia because 25% of the pre-annexation money into Crimea was via tourism. Crimea and Ukraine, beautiful parts of the world, and did have a lot of tourism to them from Europe and from without Europe, and they have now lost that income. So it's a case of the rich are getting richer, but the ordinary business people and the people in the street, getting poorer. So I want to have a look at what's going to happen with Crimea. So at the moment it's under Russia, under a dictatorship government. Tell me very quickly, overview, signifier 3, Ace of Swords has sprung out. The truth, that's going to be a new beginning as the truth comes forward for Crimea. Tell me about Crimea at this time. Tell me about Crimea. Now I'm using my Lightseer's Tarot. It is my family and friends cards. In all honesty, deep in my soul, I see Crimea as the Crimean people as friends. Never met one, never been there, but I just, sorry, I'm getting goosebumps right through my body. I just see the Crimean people as good people. Tell me about Crimea now. Tell me about Crimea right now. Oop. Queen of Wands flung out at me. So this is an inspirational, oh gosh, circles of support on the bottom. Queen of Wands, an inspirational leader, a creative, forward-thinking, progressive leader, justice, and then the Ace of Wands, and then the Page of Cups, which is all about something to be revealed, but also immense creativity. Amazing thing, message of amazing things coming, about to come. Tell me about Crimea, right as it is now. Okay, Crimea is being faced with a really difficult decision. The people of Crimea are being faced with a difficult decision. At the moment, they're walking a tightrope, juggling. It's a juggling act. Again, this is a decision card, so choices, decisions, difficult decisions. It is a difficult decision for them to make in regards to their domestic security. And it is a real juggling act. The Hierophant, so these are the systems of government. Ooh, the murky underbelly to be exposed in regards to the government. And then we have the Temperance card, beautiful. So the Crimea is going to go through a change, and it is going to come out. So the people of Crimea have this choice to be made. It's going to be a difficult choice. I'll ask another question in a minute. A difficult choice in regards to the government, as the government's seediness, muck is brought to the surface and exposed. But the outcome is this beautiful rebalancing, restoration, moderation, etc. Oh, and then when I split the deck, we've got the Temperance and the families, the joy, families being able to come together again at the end of a cycle. Okay, so is Crimea's fates tied up with the fall of Putin? Is Crimea now all over the world? Readers have read that this going into Ukraine is the beginning of the end of Putin. I've also, if you have a look back, look for my visions of Putin and my Yulia Navalny readings. Don't want to put her in the way of any danger, but I don't think anything's going to happen that she's not already very aware of in regards to the fall of Putin. But is Crimea, will it be a new beginning? When Putin, what will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? What will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? What happens What will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? What will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? What will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? Trying to find the right card. Yes, I know, Master. What will happen to Crimea when Putin falls? Here we go. So this is a card of, it can be a card of insecurity, pinching pennies, etc. But it is also a card of, I just look at how calm and peaceful that young lady is. She is clutching her purse of coins. There is a metropolis in the background. But she's just being protective, I think is the word I'm after. Protective in regards to security. So just being protective. This is the government. Now, it is a really happy card, but this is the systems. The systems. Government, religious, right, okay, and woohoo, okay. I've just put them out. This is the stairs leading to a new form of government, the star at the top, because it's part of this spread that I've got here, followed by the strength card. Now this is bringing forward your inner strength, your compassionate power. So this is a new government in compassionate power. When it happens, it will happen very quickly. And this is the outcome, is the peace and the happy families, the emotional satisfaction. On the base of the pack, Monsieur le Devil, temptation, toxicity, greed, avarice. You know, he is a very tempting looking devil, but he's got that puppet on his strings. Now this is Putin. This is the downfall of Putin. The Ten of Swords usually has the figure lying with the 10 swords thrust into the back. But in this particular deck, it's has quite a different meaning. It does mean the ending with the coming of the truth, but she's looking out to this beautiful, is it a sunset? Is it a sunrise? But I think in this one, because of the colours, I think it's a sunset. So it's about the ending of something being brought about by the truth, the isolation, the hermit. Sorry, not the hermit. The hermit is the isolation. The tower, Russia. This is the base of the pack. As the murky underbelly is brought forward. So we have got this devil energy, Putin. It is the end. It is his sunset, off into the sunset, as he is finding himself. Russia, the Russian, now when I say Russia, I'm talking about Putin and his enablers, are finding himself more and more isolated, and it will be their undoing. It will be the breaking down of the old structures of Russia's power over Crimea as the murky underbelly comes to the fore and slow and steady progress is made, diligent progress is made forward. Oh, I'll keep going on this. It won't be easy. There will be infighting as factions want to stay, factions want to go. It won't be an easy transition. It won't just happen overnight. There will be, you will have to work towards it. But this is the card of authentic reform, birth and rebirth. new beginning with this Temperance card. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good with the, I will do one more. I will do a little bit further look into that, but that's telling me that, yes, it's very much tied up in the fall of Putin, that the people of Crimea will make it happen, but there were no particularly dastardly cards in there. It will be a, what I'm getting is smooth transition is what I'm being told. There will be some argy-bargy and push and shove, as there will be any in the community that want to stay with Russia. There will be those that want to go. There will be, because 20% of the people of Crimea did vote, come out and vote to become part of Russia. Okay. I am being told, I am being shown, how do I explain this? That those who do not want to stay in the Crimea, new Crimea, will be allowed to go to Russia. Will be, you know, there'll be no attempts to prevent. There will be no punishment. There will be no judgment. There will be no backlash. It was just a case of just a movement of people, and it won't be many. It won't be many, as the truth of Putin and his enablers is exposed. I'm just seeing, I'm literally seeing bags being packed on the peninsula of Crimea. So this little peninsula, but bag being packed and moving to Russia. And it's all very organised and sedate, and you know, there's no animosity, there's just no negativity about it. It's just, if you want to go, here's your options. Take care, look after yourselves, we'll see you later. And you're always welcome back. Okay, so I'm just going to do a extended Celtic cross on the future of Crimea. Tell me about the future of Crimea. Extended Celtic cross, please. Future of Crimea. Future of Crimea. Often being, what are we, 2nd of March, I would have done a week by week for the month, but I think I'll leave that to other readers this month. There's enough going on in the world. We don't need a blow by blow. Tell me about the future of Crimea. Extended Celtic cross. Right, come on down. Okay, what have we got? Oh, new start. Oh, love it. How is that for a first card? New start, faith, courage, belief in oneself, setting out on a new journey. Woohoo! Crossed by Judgment, which is not a negative card. It's about a collective awakening, about a call to arms, but it doesn't mean being armed, doesn't mean warfare. It's just a collective awakening, and this is an inevitability. Oh, I like those. I like those for the first 2 cards. Base of the pack. Oh, 6 of Cups. The people of Crimea, they want to go back to the past. They want it to be how it was. They want to be. Now, please, if you don't agree with this, think of what the majority, because this is a reading about the majority rather than the personal. So the majority want things back how they were. They want to be part of, not necessarily part of Crimea, but they want their independence back, and they want to be part of the world, and they want to live peacefully, being able to love and grow old and love life. And yes, in the past we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so but it is in the past. This is possibly this is what Crimea was like before, and this is what they want to go back to. Very similar cards, they're different suits, completely different suits, but the feel of those two cards is very similar. And this is the past, and this is what was in the past. So, which is your happy families, your peaceful picnicking, your unity and community. So, crowning the reading, Page of Wands. Oh, this is looking fantastic. I love this figure, Page of Wands. Look at the excitement in that. So this is about ideas aplenty. This is this is a skilled orator, young person coming forward, but full of ideas, full of possibilities, bringing messages of hope. The immediate future, we've got this High Priestess. This is this hidden agenda. This is secrets that need to be revealed in the immediate future. The external influence. I was half expecting the Russia card to come up there, but this is the Star of Hope. This is the star of restoration and respite and hope and faith and all things beautiful. You'll notice that I have on the banner of my YouTube page is not all of my decks, but every picture up there is the Star of Hope of my various decks. Beautiful, beautiful card. And look at all the purple. The purple in that of the third eye, of seeing without blinkers on, of understanding. The Star of Hope is the external influence, so there is hope. The internal influence at the moment is the abuse of power. I don't think that needs any more explanation. So this is the here and now. This is the underlying energies. This is the here and now. And then we have the future across there. So the hopes and fears is this King of Pentacles. So this is a leader that is coming forward, that hope is being pinned on. No, okay. So it's okay, Meister. I love it now how he used to not pull me out when I got something wrong until after a reading, so we had a bit of a talking. And he now corrects me within a reading, hopes and fears. So this is the hope of financial achievement, a stable provider, a authority mentor, and a wise leader coming to the fore. But Meister has told me that it has two meanings in this particular reading. It is also my Persian card. So there is hope, but there is also fear of Putin at the moment and what he will do. Okay, when I said Putin, I had covered that with my hand before, but I was immediately drawn to the wolf. When I was talking about the future leader coming forward, the wolf was covered. As soon as I mentioned Putin, the wolf was uncovered. So it is a two-sided card, that one. And they are quite contrasting. If you look closely at the two figures in this card, you have the leader. He is light. He is full of promise and praise, practical mentoring. He has the best interests at heart. But if you look in the eyes of that wolf, he looks quite an aggressive character. Okay, the future outcome, please. Page of Pentacles. So this is dreaming big and working hard. There are endless possibilities. The Queen of Cups. Oh, yes, I'm liking this. Queen of Cups. This is a revelation to be made, but this is also a very emotionally stable and intuitive figure. All queens are leaders. They are all compassionate, respected, and provide security. And just look at the blissfulness on her face as she is just emotionally embracing Crimea, the country. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay. Well, in so many of my readings in regards to countries that are in difficult situations around the world, and I think I mentioned this when I was talking about Belarus, when I'm talking about, so for example, Myanmar, Afghanistan, Egypt, Belarus, etc., that are struggling, their people are struggling at the moment under regimes. This feminine energy, now I said the other day, it's not, I said I think in the comments that when I talk about the feminine, it's not necessarily a female, it is feminine energy, which can, so you've got the two energies, you've got the feminine and the masculine. So the feminine energy is very much compassion, empathy, practicality. If you think of Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand, you think of is it prime ministers or the leaders of countries like Sweden and Finland, and Iceland has a very strong female parliament as well. They are very peaceful countries. It's very much about what is best for the people, not what is best for the politicians, and it is a gentle, progressive energy. In contrast, masculine energy is quite harsh, determined, which is needed. So we need a balance of the two. It is the yin and yang. Can be harsh, can be determined, can be more like a rock, whereas the feminine energy is the water flowing around the rock. And in leaders and anywhere in life, we do need the two energies, but we need to find a balance of the two energies. So what this is telling me is this is bringing forward the feminine. At the moment, Crimea, Belarus, Russia, all the countries I mentioned before are very much under a very masculine, heavy domination leadership, and this is the bringing forward more of the feminine. So the Queen of Pentacles, she is very practical. She is she deals with domestic financial security as well as just domestic security in general, and she is about finding financial security for the people, and again mentoring, but she's just an extremely practical. So you've got the emotional and practical side by side next to the female page that is dreaming big and working hard, you've got these four females together, you've got the two pages and the two queens with this energy. I just glanced at the bottom of the pack. Oh dear, I could go further with the, okay, I've just pulled the next two cards off the top. The lies and deceit and just general nastiness will be stopped. Under a harsh truth that is brought forward. Again, we've got this Pentacles. The people of Crimea will have to make a decision. It won't be easy, but it is bringing forward a message of the future. Now, when I chuckled when I saw the base of the pack, yet another queen, the Queen of Wands. She is inspiring, she is self-aware, she is confident, and she carries all those characteristics of compassion and leadership, but she comes also with, on the base of the pack, the King of Wands. So here you, with his strength. So here you have the two sides coming together. The masculine and feminine coming together in balance for a new beginning. Wow. Whew, okay, that was fairly, sorry, I'm just getting goosebumps all up and down me. That was a great reading, Crimea. My heart goes to you, my strength goes to you. Look after yourselves, take care in these difficult times. And I am so looking forward to the future that you can become. Love to you all. Stay safe. Take care.